Hello learners, in this lecture we'll see how to calculate the bar bending schedule with the help of Excel sheet. So this is the Excel sheet what I've created. You can see a footing number is written here, a footing size is written here, and what is the shortest span and what is the longest span, that is also written here. The shape of the bar is very important. We have seen that practically how the bar is going to look. The same shape I have drawn it here. Then we are going to find the cutting length for one single bar, and then we are going to find how many such number of bar is required. Then we are going to multiply that the cutting length of one bar into the number of bar, that will give me the total cutting length of all the bar. And then I need the weight of the steel, because when I order the steel I have to order in terms of weight. So I've written the different diameters of the bar like 8 mm, 10 mm bar, 12 mm, 16, 20, 25 and 32 number of bars is written here. And then coming to the last part, this is a total weight what I have in kg. Now coming to this number, it's written 0.395, 0.617, 0.889, 1.58 and 2.468 is written here. So these are the weight of a 8 mm, 10 mm, 12 mm, 16 mm, 20 mm per kg per meter. For 1 meter of that, let us consider this 12 diameter bar. For 1 meter length of a 12 mm bar, my weight comes out to be 0.889 kg. So this is how it is given. I'll show it here. Yeah. So if you are taking a 6 mm bar, your weight comes out to be 0.22 kg per meter. If you are taking a 8 mm bar, it comes out to be 0.39 kg per meter and all these things. So how do you find this? There is a very raw formula that you need to adopt. The formula is that, I'll write it here. The formula is that d square, whatever is your diameter of the bar, divide the diameter of the bar divided by 162.5. 162.5 is a constant term. Now let us say I want to find the weight of a 8 mm bar. So what I need to do, 8 square divided by 162.5. If you do this, if you apply this formula and do the calculation, you are going to get 0.395 kg per meter. And remember, the weight we are going to get out of this, that is 0.395, it's for 1 meter weight. But the bar what is available in the market, in the Indian market, the bar what is available of one steel, that is actually a 12-meter bar, or you can call it as a 40 feet. So let us consider it has to be 12 meter or 40 feet. So whatever weight I'm getting here, let us consider, I'll make use of, yeah. So let us say 0.395, 0.395 is for 1 meter. The entire length of the bar is 12 meter. So I'll multiply this by 12. So I'm going to get the total weight of the bar. So the total weight of the bar comes out to be 4.74 kg. So this is how we need to understand. Now coming to the calculation part of this, that how this 162.5 derivation has come. So you have to refer to this thing what I put up here. Just go through this. We can calculate the formula of the bar for 1 meter length in this way. We know that mass is equal to density into volume. So the density is equal to the weight of the steel what we have is 7850 kg per cubic meter, and volume will be area into height. The area for the circular portion is pi r square and the height is height itself. And then you apply the formula for pi, it is 3.142 into d square, and do these calculations. Finally you're going to get the answer as d square divided by 162.28. So we can take this as 162.3 or 162.5. So this is a raw formula what we try to use. So based on that we have done that calculation. Now going back to the Excel sheet. Yeah. So with this, I'm going to take my first footing problem. The length of my footing is 2050. The breadth is 1850 and the depth is 400 mm. I'm going to enter all those things here. So the length is entered by me 2050. The breadth is also entered 1850 and the depth is also entered. Now coming to the short span. In the short span, what is mentioned here in the drawing? See, along the beam is this is my shorter span and this is my longer span. So in the shorter span, you have to provide a 12 diameter bar at 185 center to center spacing. So I'll go to the Excel sheet again. So what is written here? I have written 12 diameter and the center to center spacing I'm writing 185. Similarly, to the longer side, that is L stand for longer direction, B is the shorter direction. And here also you have to provide a 12 diameter bar at 205 spacing. So what I have done, I have written 12 here and 205 is written by me. So now coming to the shape of the bar, this is already drawn by me. So as I told you, you need to find the length of this bar. The length of this bar has to be understood. So first we'll try to find the shorter side bar. So here 1850 is shorter side compared to the length. So I'll take this 1850. So whenever you take the length, you have to deduct the cover for the footing. That means you can see this bar, right? Yeah, you can see this bar. This is the total length of the footing, which is 1850. 1850. But whenever you put the bar, I want to find the length of this bar, what has put up. So what you need to do, whatever is the total breadth of your footing is given, out of that, you need to deduct the cover of 50 mm from both the side. You can see this bar, right? From here to here, the cover is 50 mm because I don't want my bar to go completely. Similarly, from here to here, the cover is 50 mm, which we saw in the previous lecture. So what I need to do, I need to take 1850 minus 50 from here, minus 50 from here. So it comes out to me 1750 is my length of this bar. So I'll show you one more image for that matter. Yeah. You can see it here. You have placed a cover block here. Here also you have placed a cover block. Here also you'll be having a cover block. And on this direction also you have a cover block. For all the four sides you are taking a cover block. So that is why whatever is your complete length, deduct 50 mm from this side and deduct 50 mm from this side. The same thing I have done it here in the Excel sheet. So what I'm getting, I've taken this. I'll tell you how to do that in the Excel sheet. So is equal to sign. Click on this. The breadth is 1850. I'll applying a minus sign, 50 from the left side cover and 50 from the right side cover, and I'll hit the enter button. What is coming here? 1750 is the straight length of your bar after the deduction. Now coming to the height of this. As I mentioned you previously, the height is not given in this particular drawing. This height, what it has to go, it is not given. So what we need to do? We need to do the calculation for that. The simple calculation is that whatever is your depth of the footing, deduct the cover from the bottom and from the top, right? So what I've done here, I've done the same thing here, is equal to, I'll put, what is the depth of your footing? The depth of your footing is 400 mm. That is the overall depth. But my L will go only till the top, and bottom I need to provide a cover. So I'm going to deduct 50 mm cover in the bottom and 50 mm cover in the top, and I hit the enter button. So how much it is coming? This L what I'm getting, no, it has to be 300 mm. You can see it through an image as well. I'll show you one more image. See, this L what you can see, no, this is the total depth of the footing, which is given here 400 mm. Yeah, I'll write it here. This is total depth, which is given 400 mm. But the bar you can place, see here, right? You are given a cover here. That means from the bottom I have done the deduction of 50 mm, and this bar will not go, this L will not go, will not come completely up. It will stop from the top of the shuttering to 50 mm. So top 50 mm, bottom 50 mm, I need to do the deduction, and then I'm going to get that L shape. I'm going to get the length of that L. I'll show you one more image if that is not clear. Yeah, you can see the cover block placed here as well, right? So this L will be your cover block in the bottom, that is 50 mm, and also the top 50 mm we need to do the deduction. The same thing I've done it here. So I'm getting 300 mm. So same thing I'm going to do it on the other side as well. So it's the same thing, 400 mm minus 50 and minus 50. The moment I do that, what will happen? Excel is going to do the calculation on its own. So how do we find the cutting length of one bar? So see, this length I'm getting 300, this length I'm getting 1750, and this length I'm getting 300. But I need to find the total length, right? So what I'm going to do, I'll put an equal sign here. I'm going to add this, that is this length I'll add 1750 plus I'll add this 300 mm plus I'll add this 300 mm as well. So that the complete length of the bar which has to be cut, I'm going to get that, and I'll hit the enter button. So that will take me to 2350. You can do it with the help of calculator as well. Add 1750 plus 300 plus 300 comes out to be 2350, right? So coming to the number of bars. So whatever I did, no, that is for the one length of the bar. But if you go through the drawing again, You have so many number of bar. See, whatever I done the calculation now, I got the length of this entire length. I got this length, including the L, including this L. I have got my total length, that is 2350, right? But whatever I got, that is for the single bar. But you can see a lot of bar has been spaced here, right? A lot of bar has been placed here. Yeah, you can see here a lot of bar has been placed in these directions. So how do you find the number of that bar? To find the number of that bar, what I need to do, so always remember, if I want to find the number of bar in the shorter direction, I need to take the length in the longer direction. Similarly, if I want to find the bar in the longer direction, I need to take the length in the shorter direction. So what I'm going to do here, whatever is my longer direction, I'm going to find the bar in the shorter direction. So I need to take the length, that is a longer direction. So what is longer direction here? 2050. So what I'm going to do, I'll hit a equal sign. I'll take the length. Since it is a shorter side I'm calculating, I have to take the longer direction, that is 2050, and divide it by the spacing is given. You have to place this 12 diameter bar at 185 center to center spacing. So I'll click on this and I'll hit the enter button. So what I'm getting 11.08. But when you find the number of bars, it has to be a round figure. So what you can do is that, and that is the first thing. Second thing is that we are finding the spacing, but whenever you put the number of bar, one bar will come extra. So that is why what you need to do, you have to add +1 here, +1, and hit the enter button. So that will come out to be 12.08. You can round it off to the next figure. So what you can do here, I'll hit a round up button here. I'll write round up, which we already seen that. Round up, open the bracket, and I'll hit a comma and say 0. So that will take you to the next higher figure, that is 13 number, right? That is the right way to do. Whatever length you have, I'll do it manually, calculator. Yeah. So what I need to do, what is my longer span? It is 2050, and I'm dividing it by the spacing. What is the spacing given? 185. 185. It comes out to be 11.08. Let us say 12. For that, we need to add one more bar extra. +1 I'm going to do. +1. So it comes out to be 12.08. We have to consider it has to be 13 numbers. So that is why I'm getting 13 numbers. So I need to provide 13 such number of bar. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 bar. Now coming to the total cutting length. What will be your total cutting length? Whatever cutting length you have got for one bar, multiply that by 13. You are going to get the total cutting length for all your bars, right? So what I have done is equal to sign is equal to cutting length of one bar, multiply that by number of bars. So I'm going to get the total cutting length, but this is in mm. I'll convert this in meter. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide it by 1000 so that I'll get it in meter. So it comes out to be 30.55 is my cutting length, right? Now coming to the finding the weight of the bar. So what is the diameter of the bar given here? It's a 12 diameter bar given, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'll click here under the 12, under the 12 mm. I'm gonna click here. I'll is equal to whatever is my cutting length, multiply the cutting length with the weight of 12 mm bar, which we already seen. It is 0.889 kg per meter. This is for per meter. I have got the length and I have got the entire length of the bar. So 30.55 into 0.889 will give me 27.159 kg of the steel is required. Now the interesting part is that how many such, whatever I did is only for one footing, and that too for the shorter side. If you go for F1 footing, and if you remember during the quantity estimation class, we had seen that F1 footing are 5 in numbers, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell Excel that there are 5 such number of footings. So in the number I'm entering, this has to be 5. Then the Excel is going to calculate on its own, and it's going to give me the total weight that is required for this 12 mm bar. So what you have to do, this is equal to whatever weight you are getting for one foundation, multiply that by number. How much number is there? 5 number. And I'll hit the enter button. the weight comes out to be 135.795. Let us say 130 kg of steel is required for F1 foundation of 5 numbers only on the shorter side, right? Only on the shorter side I've done the calculation. So I'll take you to the drawing again. Yeah. See, whenever I need to find the number of bar in this direction, what I have to do? I have to consider length in this direction, right? I have to consider the length in the this direction, because this direction length divided by the spacing here is going to give me the number of bar. That is why what I've done, I've taken the length of the opposite. Always remember, if you want to find for the shorter side, take the longer direction, and if you want to find the number of bar in the longer direction, take the shorter length for the calculation, right? Yeah. That's it. Once you do in this way, you're going to get the total weight that is required in this particular footing. Now in the next lecture, we'll try to do same thing on the longer side as well, and we'll try to find what is the total amount of steel that is required in the F1 footing of 5 numbers. I hope this is understood up to here. We'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.